Should you get divorced if you plan on getting into medical debt? The following example is something that really happens to millions of families each year in the US. Let's say you visit your doctor and come away with terrible news. You have cancer. You have some health insurance, but not enough that will cover your entire treatment. You have a loving spouse and maybe kids, and you also have a mortgage on your house, which your family lives in. But your health insurance can only cover so much, and you're potentially going to see a lot of medical expenses. You and your spouse consult your doctor, the insurance company, and find that the out-of-pocket cost will come to $250,000. There's plenty of medical loans you can take out, but that's a lot of money. You might have to sell the house, maybe tell your kids you can't afford college for them anymore. Healthcare does suck in the US, even with health insurance. So then your spouse has a brilliant idea. Why not get a divorce? You initially get mad at the idea that they will leave you right before your treatment, but you quickly come to your senses. This story happens all the time when families are faced with a torrent of medical bills and debt that can wipe them out. But is a divorce the best financial move? Here's the idea of how that sort of thing can work. First, I'm not a divorce lawyer, so best to seek professional advice before going through with what I'm about to tell you. Before you spend on an expensive medical procedure that could hopefully save your life, you should get a divorce. By getting divorced before spending anything for medical help, you're not subjugating your spouse to any debt as a result of the medical bills. When you get a divorce, you sign as much as you can over to your spouse so that they keep all the assets, leaving you with barely anything. In doing so, if you do have to declare bankruptcy from all those medical bills, you won't have any assets they can seize. The home you own, that car, everything won't be touched because they were given to your spouse or ex-spouse in the divorce. Of course, if you do get a loan to pay for your medical bills, some of them may reject you if they see you get divorced. Perhaps the best option is to not pay your medical bills at all and declare bankruptcy. Because you're legally divorced before you incurred any medical debt, that debt won't carry on to your ex-spouse. In many states, any debt incurred during a marriage is shared between spouses. So it's important that you read the laws in your states, get a lawyer, and get into debt after you get a divorce. Okay, so you declare bankruptcy, the procedures worked, and you survived. What next for your broken family? Can you get remarried to your spouse after this? Again, it's complicated. The law can either be your friend or your enemy depending on where you live. For the most part, any debt brought into the marriage stays separate unless you both decide to combine debt. So yes, broadly speaking, you can get remarried. But because you have declared bankruptcy, the courts may look at the assets brought into the marriage by your spouse and have some questions. For the time being, do not have your name put back on any title, a house or car or business. If you're put back on the title of the house, the bankruptcy courts may see that as their assets that can cease to satisfy the hospital bill you defaulted on. It's a big sacrifice, but that sacrifice is only on paper because you'll still have your house, your car, your stuff, hopefully your good health, and most importantly, your family's still there for you. Or if you just want to be safe, you can just not remarry and stay divorced, but still be together, just not in the eyes of the law. There's still a lot of small details I didn't cover, so remember to talk to a lawyer about this if it ever comes up. So what are your thoughts? Do you have any medical bills? Comment below. And as always, take care of your money.